Alright. What's up, everybody, and welcome back. We've got MAXPAX up here, repping Storm Gaming, looking like a monster. Semi-finals of the North American 188 Weekly Cup, and we've got Shopify Rebellion's Byun in the bottom left. So it's the semi-finals, the round of 4. As always, $400 on the line, a bunch of ESL Weekly points, and as always, a lot of Protoss eyeballs on any Byun series saying, is anyone able to take him down? And if so, how? Because he is so tough. He did drop a series to Classic in Gamers 8, but other than that, was only really eliminated in the big series by Raynor. He's going to go for a very greedy 3 command center build into a second barracks, probably a third barracks as well. Unfortunately for him, he's doing this with no scouting, and MAXPAX is doing a build which he uses a lot on this big map, which is the 3-gate. So it's a normal expand build. He did a little bit of probe harass on the natural, and now he's coming in with an adept, looking to potentially pressure. He could go in and try to get a hit on those Marines, but it's difficult to land a hit and get away without losing some hit points. So MAXPAX is playing just a bit more chill, and maybe when he gets 2 adepts, thinking about looking for those little angles where he can land some hits, run away. So he's looking for it, he's trying to, especially if you catch Byun on the retreat, as Byun runs his Marines away, you can land a hit and fade away very nicely. Bunker's going down, Bunker's very important. That's going to finish just in time. And that's something that's going to make him panic a little bit, MAXPAX, I believe. MAXPAX has 3 gateways morphing. He's making a Twilight Council. He's going to make, I would imagine, 3 adepts and shade past the bunker is probably the play here. He does accidentally, I would argue, maybe, shade an adept here. I'm not sure if that's an accident or not. The other adepts are not going in right now. He loses an adept, doesn't manage to delay this bunker for that long. Now the Stalkers are here. He should have delayed this bunker earlier, I would argue. He does take out the SCV building it, though. He's getting some damage. MAXPAX getting a little bit of damage. 3 SCVs and a Marine go down, but he's already lost 2 adepts. And he does have Blink and... Wow, Dark Shrine! You know what? I think he knows what he's up against. I think he realizes, hey, wait a second. I haven't seen a tank or a Cyclone or a Widowmine. I haven't seen that many Marines. Doesn't feel like a 3-Rex. This feels like a 3 commands and a 3-Rex. And that build, even though you have a lot of scans, you're going to be trying to drop as many meals as you can to keep your economy up, and you're going to be thinking about that next step in the game. Now, those adepts, if they shade in, they can one-shot the Marines, but that many Marines is going to kill those adepts pretty quickly. 6 Marines there, 4 in the bunker, makes it 10 in total. And that means they do 60 damage a volley. They can 3-shot an adept, and Marines shoot very quickly. Shoot about 3 times in the time it takes an adept to get 1.5 shots off, I believe. So it's 1.61 per adept attack, and actually, yeah, 0.6, so damn. It's like 1.8 seconds for 3 Marine attacks, and it's only 1.6 seconds, just slightly faster than that for a single adept attack. Stalkers attacking a little faster, but that's why adepts are not the best straight-up combat unit. It's that shade mobility which makes them powerful. MAXPAX looks like he's just going to a 3rd base right now. He sees a lot of Marauders coming out, my lord! Okay, 2 Dark Templar are going to go in for the backstab. There's no turrets, but there's plenty of scans, and that's a big problem for him right now. Looks like the Stalkers do have Blink. They pick off a Marine, run away. Stim's not ready yet, so they're able to be a little risky there. The Dark Templar are going in. I think Byun sees it. Byun's usually very quick at noticing this. He hasn't noticed yet. And actually, the Dark Templar are in. The Stalkers were keeping his eyes at the front. Good job by MAXPAX, my lord. He's doing massive, massive damage right now. He could even just target that turret if he wants to. Dark Templar in the main actually has plenty of SCVs building buildings and whatnot to go after. Already 11 workers killed. That's definitely paid for itself, this Dark Templar attack. Wasting 2 scans and keeping Byun at home, not to mention the mining time. Another Dark Templar wanders in, but the turret's finished. And a good pullback from MAXPAX, who needs to stay a little bit more chilled. His 3rd base is there. Remember that with this, you spend a lot of gas on that. Your splash damage is very late. You've only got 3 gateways. Stalker does get taken out. He's lost 2 Stalkers now. He's got to be careful. Byun finds the gateway, and he's bringing these units around. They could sandwich the Stalkers. MAXPAX trying to punish him for taking out the proxy gate, but he might get punished if those Marauders flank him. Look at this. Byun's trying to bait him in. He's trying to bait him in right now, and MAXPAX is going to lose a few Stalkers for that. He did take out some bio units, but not that many to make that worth it. Luckily, no concussive shells, and he does take out 1 more Marine before fading away. Meanwhile, looks like the Adepts are going to try to shade in past, but he immediately stims the bunker. Byun's reactions are on point, and yeah, he's going to take that out. Only 2 SCVs and a Marine going down for 3 Adepts. The trades are fantastic for Byun. The Stalkers pick off a Marine, but not worth losing a Stalker. MAXPAX is trying to stretch out Byun's attention and punish him. Obviously, no medevacs being on the field, very bad for Byun. Byun's just doing supply drops, starts his first 2 medevacs up. And luckily, MAXPAX at least has kept him back. Has got 2 Immortals, his first Colossus, extended Thermal Lance on the way, and a Forge building as well. 5 Gateways. So that's a pretty good count. Yeah, I was going to say sentries are kind of what's missing here. He gets 1 sentry. I think it's going to be just for Guardian Shield. I don't think he's going to have the gas to get Force Field sentries as well. Because at this point, if you build more sentries, you're delaying Colossus. And it's always going to be more worthwhile to get those Colossus out than sentries. And, oh, he starts +1 attack. Where's that second Colossus? Oh, there we go. Only a few seconds downtime, not too bad. Up 10 workers is MAXPAX, looking at getting a 4th base to maintain that income advantage. Interestingly, Byun's going 2nd Engineering Bay Armory. I would say this is Byun's worst build. 2nd Engineering Bay Armory styles. I understand why he's doing it. It's because he has a massive bio, but it's hard to push because he's so delayed on the medevac production. So he feels like this game's going to push longer. I should go for double upgrades to 2-2, right? The problem is he forgot +1 armor completely this game, so he hasn't started that. He's actually only on a single... Oh no, he's got 2 engineering bays. Yeah, he's not really focusing on the upgrades, and he's not focusing on a 4th command center either, so I'm definitely wanting him to be a bit more focused. His army usage is being great, though. Gets another 2 Stalker kills, bringing it up to 7. What's that? Dark Templar runs in, kills 2 SCVs, building depots, runs away. Great play by MAXPAX. He's got a Stalker on the left as well, looking for any sneaky drops on that side. MAXPAX doing a very good job of monitoring where Byun is on the map. And now he's coming forward with charge, +1 in extended thermal lance almost here. 2nd Colossus just behind that. He'd like to jump on top. He'd really like to jump on top of this army, but he loses track of where he is. He doesn't know he's there. MAXPAX is like, where are you? He's about to find out when he sees those rocks are missing. Stalkers go in, try to pick off a Marauder, but Byun hot pickups it and manages to stop that from being taken out. 69 workers here, which might not seem the craziest count, but you can see he can transfer out of his main and natural as they're mining out, which is why it's so important to get a 4th and then a 5th mineral line open, whereas Terran, even though they look good on 65 workers, as time goes on, you see it. Wait a second. The main's half mined out. In a moment, these last 2 mineral patches will be gone of the first 4. And then your natural a few minutes later as well. So Terran being later on the 4th is usually where they start to fall off, whereas the 5th base is already on the way for MAXPAX. MAXPAX on +1 versus +1. He started his own armor upgrade. 2 1s on the way. This is not a good push for MAXPAX. MAXPAX has no business being here because he doesn't have a way of reinforcing this push. He's trying to distract so the Zealots can get in, but he's basically giving a big opportunity for Byun to wreck him. I mean, maybe it works out, but without a forward warp in point, this seems unnecessarily risky. He does drop a force field. It doesn't achieve much. An Immortal does go down. The Zealot Dark Templar comes forward. He's actually baited out a lot of stims. The medevacs aren't that high on juice. This might just be enough. I guess he's in a good enough position. I said it's not a good push because no warp in location on the front. Apparently he says, no, I know there's no answer to the Colossus. I want to make it happen right here, right now. And you can see just how powerful that is. He's just got to make sure he doesn't overcommit. 2 Vikings are now out, which are going to complicate things. The SCV line gets absolutely minced. The Stalkers do need to focus fire those Vikings. He's going to take out one of them. 2nd Viking goes down. The Immortal got tagged by a Marauder, which is why he got left so far behind. But you know what? He gets saved. MAXPAX is on 5 bases. He's got Disruptors building. Starts his +2 attack on the 2nd Forge. He's going to 10 gateways and a 2nd Robo, which is delicious. Ooh, here we go. Stalker's picking off a Viking. Blink back. Nice play. 21 SCVs down. Byun's pretty much checkmated. There's no way he can afford a 4th command center now. He has 2-1 upgrades, +1 ship weapons, all kicking in. And he's basically just got to win with making an army now. Sometime in the next 2 minutes, Byun needs to take a massively positive fight, or he's kind of screwed. He's building SCVs right now, which I totally disagree with, because he can just transfer workers from the main and the natural as they're mining out now. So I don't think he should be building workers. I think he should just be doing nothing but Viking bio production and trying to go for one big push while weathering the storm, but that's easier said than done. Disruptor shot takes out 3 Marines. This is still way too far forward on the map for MAXPAX. There's no reason to be up here. It's so risky. It's going well, but the moment the Zealots are gone, you're going to lose this army. That's the scary thing. There's a Dark Templar in the natural. It goes down to the single Marine in the bunker. Zealots in the main base are there. Looks like the Warp Prism got shot down by the Vikings. He's still trying to bait Byun into bad fights. Great Disruptor shot on the left. Only ends up getting 2 Marauders, though. Immortal goes down, and there's just not enough. So even though MAXPAX was being very risky with his army movement, it does pay off, and he does secure a very nice Game 1 victory. All right, guys, going into Game 2, we were just asking there, is this 9 or 10 range Colossus? Apparently, we are playing with 10 range. I thought that they would be playing on the mod, with the shorter range Colossus, but apparently not. Interesting to hear about that. I know Gamers 8 was played with 9 range Colossus, and obviously that was not, that was run by the Saudi Esports Federation, but ESL was contracting for them a lot, so surprised that they weren't, doing it all together. Nice eBay block. Oh, MAXPAX scouting this so late. He's going to have to just go take his third base. Bad start to this game. Interestingly, normally they go for the triangle, but Byun's getting ready to block that as well. Oh, so MAXPAX maybe anticipated this. Goes for the straight line third over here on the right. It's a tough position though, and that allows, of course, Byun to go very quick factory. Once he scouts the Nexus, you're going to see him cancel his engineering bay. He gets a refund, and then he goes back to doing his thing. Why has he not cancelled it? I guess because he doesn't need the money yet. I think he was like, well, I don't have money to build a command center even with those resources for a little while longer. So I might as well just leave it there just in case something weird happens. Maybe it scouts something, It's unlikely, but if you don't have anything else to spend the resources on at that moment, you're just saving up for the 400. It's not too bad. All right, command center goes up there on the natural. Factory immediately swapping for double alien production, guys. This is going to be some very aggressive cars coming across. Stargate does start up. Adept is coming out. Second one should be coming in behind that. Hellions are about to pop. Adept's coming forward right now. Single Marine at the front. No match for this, but the Hellions are. Oh, he's doing a safe shade. Very well done. Byun doesn't try to hide the Hellions, interestingly. That's actually successful. MAXPAX gets the SCV, gets out alive. Does he try to ambush? Oh gosh, you gotta be careful. You don't want to throw that Adept away. He's trying to ambush here. Byun has the range advantage. Remember, 5 versus 4. And he goes after it. He does take it out. Nicely done. Very cute play there by Byun. He's going to go home and repair, I believe. And he doesn't have like a starport or anything. Whereas MAXPAX is like, oh god, man, how do I cover both mineral lines? Like, if he drops in the main, like, he has shield battery. But once 4 Hellions get together, they can one-shot, I guess 3 Hellions, sorry, can one-shot probes. The 4th Hellion is just going to add a little bit of extra contingency. Adept so nicely placed for MAXPAX. He's got to focus the red hit point ones if he can. Oh, he's already going to lose a Hellion, an Adept, sorry. Does get rid of one of them. He can just pick up one more. They can't one-shot. There we go. Okay, only loses 4 probes for 2 Hellions. Make it 5. It's not the end of the world just yet, but it definitely is not over. And he's going to keep going after it. Battery doing a good job, but look at the micro. Just outpacing these Adepts. And the Adept can't quite keep up. And behind it, Cyclone's out. Second one's on the way. And Byun is going 3 racks before Starport, so he's probably planning a very big 2-base push. And he's going to build up a lot of those fighting units. There we go. Hellions are finally getting shut down here, but not before being very annoying. MAXPAX does hit a slight supply block, but it only interrupts probe production for a couple of seconds. Immediately restarts. He's going 4 gas, Robo, and no doubt a Robo Bay in the near future. Phoenix don't have a lift, so they can't actually pick up the Cyclone to break the lock on. That is frustrating. Oh no, he's going to lose his Phoenix there. Sloppy for MAXPAX. Should have pulled that one immediately to the right, even while he was scouting. He does at least see the 3 racks, but losing a Phoenix is rough. He's up on 3 Phoenix, starting a 4th one right now, and he needs to chrono boost an Immortal right this moment, because on the ground he has 1 Adept, 3 Phoenix in the air. If he can't get an Immortal out, doesn't matter if you got shield batteries or not, you need firepower. And you can see immediately starts it, but he's supply blocked for a second or two. Ouchie, ouchies. There's Cyclones and Marines, no chill for Byun. He says, I did a lot of distraction. I've really messed with your build. Let's go right here, right now. And that's what he goes for. The lock-ons do get broken at the very least. 4 Phoenix are here. If you go too deep, you can get in trouble. 2 Adepts, or an Adept, a Zealot, and a Stalker. The one of every gateway unit build. Probe does go down on the high ground as well. MAXPAX still has a decent worker advantage. He wants a good fight. Byun is being very greedy by going up that ramp. He should back away now, because that Immortal is almost on the field. And look at that, he uses his lock-ons. I feel like the Phoenix could commit to a fight. Byun doing a very good job of bullying him right now, though. A couple more pylons being built. Colossus should be starting soon. 3rd base goes down in the natural. Byun's got stim shields almost finished. He's got medevacs on the way. +1 weapons on the way. He's going to go reactor on the factory. This is a very clean setup for Byun. He's slightly supply blocked, but look at his production tab. It's not really slowing many units down right now. So he's been very, very good at just applying pressure and looking to tie up the series. I did forget to update the scoreboard there. Sorry about that, gang. Gang. Sorry. Cyclone's so good. Cyclone's so good. Oh my god. Anyways, don't forget to probes. Probes get, oh my god, the Nexus gets cancelled. Are you kidding me? He has to warp in a force field just to stop him getting up the ramp. This is a disaster right now. Desperately needing a Colossus, but Stim is here. He's gonna Stim in that main base. MAXPAX is screwed. MAXPAX is pretty screwed right now. Wait, oh, the Colossus? Byun's trying to click on it. He tries to click on it. Can he kill it? He can't. Okay, what? Oh, it dies to like the last 2 Marine shots. The Stalker barely killed the Cyclone. If he cleared that army without losing the Colossus, I would have believed in the comeback potential. But as it is, he's only now restarting his third. His second Colossus is about halfway built. He desperately needs that out. And he's out there fanning around, but he doesn't realize double drop on the right. So MAXPAX is looking for a bit of counter aggression, saying, hey, I killed your whole army. That means this double drop is going to catch him very unprepared. He does have a Colossus about to pop, which is something. 7 SCVs go down. You know, that is damage. That's very real damage. Gets a few Marines as well. But look at that. Look at that nasty, nasty double drop sneaking by. And the SimCity, his Colossus actually has to rotate. He's so awkward here. Byun takes out so many units, and he should just pick up and leave, and indeed he does. Even gets another Widow Mine on the way out. The Phoenix are here. They will shoot down at least one of the medevacs, but at what cost? He's taken so much damage. A Phoenix almost goes down as well. Down to just 32 probes. It feels like he has to counterattack with a big all-in to try to get back in this game, and Byun's trying to waste as much time as he can. Almost gets another Phoenix there. Gonna get a probe on the way out, and looks like he did take out just another Phoenix. I believe that's what that is. Whew, this is a nasty, nasty game for Byun. eBay block catches MAXPAX off guard. Cyclone Marine pressure in his face from start to finish, and absolutely disgusting. Here we go. Widow Mine Bio doing what they can. Oh, no. Ow. There's 2 Widow Mines there. Phoenix trying to dance around here. Gonna try to go left and pick up some SCVs. Two Colossus, Immortal Sentry, Stalker all moving forwards. Widow Mine is burrowed there as well. 54 SCVs versus 40 probes. Ice cream's so good. What do you guys think? Should I sell out? Should we do, if you guys tip $3.33, I'll be a TikTok streamer for a day. For each one of those. Oh man. He's dead. MAXPAX is dead. It's a nice little counterattack attempt, but he's just got no meat. There's no meat in potatoes. He actually has made it surprisingly close, but look at that. Any Marauders left alone against a Colossus, and the Colossus just gets ravaged. Another Colossus rallies in, but it does so little damage to Colossus. It's just not effective in that matchup. And looks like that'll be the hold that he needs. Byun has a 3rd command center up. MAXPAX is trying to reprobe right now. He's got even workers. He still has Phoenix alive. He sacrifices a Phoenix to take out a medevac. Almost gets a 2nd one. But then 2 Widow Mines force the GG. All right, guys. MAXPAX has to bring it back. He got eBay blocked in the last game, and Byun's going for it again, but he's scouting for it. MAXPAX sees it. He says, no, you naughty Terran player. Naughty. And he should pull 3 more probes down. He's pulling 4, which is probably more than you need to when you scout it this early, but definitely don't need more than 4. I think 4 5 probes total is a lot, but it means you can still get the Nexus pretty quick. He's going to try and go... He still goes Cybercore before Nexus, which makes sense. And he will drop that Nexus right on 400 minerals, 135. Pretty well-timed build order. And Byun ends up just going Marine Factory without the big disruption. It's going to be a very different flow this time. Byun may have messed up by doing the same build twice in a row. We'll see, of course. I do think Byun still has good transitions from here. I don't think he'll be going for the exact same Hellion follow-up, but interesting to see what happens. Probes trying to rally to the natural. 2nd gas in the main as well. I love that we've got such a boomer audience in StarCraft that a lot of people don't know about the TikTok streaming stupid references I've been making. Yeah, go look up TikTok NPC streaming if you guys want to just have your brain absolutely melted by what the kiddies are up to these days. It's fantastic. It's legitimately like you'll go from shock to WTF to kind of like a begrudging appreciation for the insanity. It's great. It's a good time. It is double Hellion production, guys. Once again, so this actually looks like an identical build order, but there's a proxy starport. This is a very, very different situation. Ooh. Okay, here we go. Adept's coming forward. Adept's coming forward. Oh. SCV barely survives this time, which is good. So MAXPAX, he hadn't damaged that SCV this time. Needed the third shot to take it out. Wasn't quite able to. Does see a couple of Hellions. And let's see, is there any difference in his response? He's just building Phoenix. He's got only 2 gateway units out. I would expect another Adept or Stalker to build right now, because any extra damage on the ground makes you much more solid here. But he's just like, nah, build Pylon, build Phoenix. And he's got a battery on both bases, actually, so it doesn't really matter. Battery on both bases does tend to shut this down. 4 Hellion drop. If it gets scouted by this Phoenix, barely misses the starport. Oh no, he's gonna... Wait, he'll see it. He'll see the Hellions. No. MAXPAX. MAXPAX. Go back. Okay, he sees it. He sees it. I just don't want him to just die to 4 Hellions. He still doesn't have the defense down necessarily. He stacks his probes. Not a good idea. Not a good idea. Oh god. He does pick up 2 of the Hellions, which means they can't one-shot, but they are still slowly getting the damage through. The Adepts and the Stalkers trying to break down. 4 probes have gone down. He's going to get at least 6, I think. Oh, battery overcharge. Well worth it there. And you know what? Oh, he actually drops Alien on the high ground. The Alien's just going to try and run away. The probe, Citizen's Arrest, almost managed to get it. 2 Aliens do escape, but overall a very good defense from MAXPAX, who's got a much quicker Robo and Double Gas this time on his natural, so he's going to have earlier Colossus, which means any follow-up aggression won't be as powerful. Starport has to float home, and there's no second and third barracks. So there isn't the fear of that Cyclone Marine pressure. He has to just drop a third command center and play to the late game. A very successful defense there for Byun. Obviously, for those dropping emotes with their sub messages, we will be acting those out in between games. We're not going to ruin the cast for dumb TikTok memes. Some of you are probably raging. Some of you are just like, well, thank you, Pig, for having some restraint. 2 Aliens pulling back on the left side as well. Phoenix there as well. Aliens still being annoying. They're looking for another denial on it, but there's no way. If he gets that probe, MAXPAX would be very annoyed. Still delays the third a little bit, but does eventually get shut down by the Adept Stalker defense. Cyclone Marine in the main looking solid. Oh, here we go. Phoenix dancing around. All right. Got Immortal Sentries coming in right now. Probe production is going. Phoenix going to rotate around into the bottom of the natural. Going to try and pick up some SCVs. Just going for one nice safe pressure for MAXPAX so far. Did he actually see the third command center would be my question. And the answer is no. So limited information. If you know that's coming, you're bloody going double forge right now. You're basically saying, oh, I'm not under any threat from the Terran. I need to be greedy. He doesn't realize that he'll be in trouble. He sees double engineering bay. That's good enough. Yeah, he's got to know. At this point, I'm pretty sure MAXPAX knows that there's a third command center. So he's like, okay, let's play greedy. Now, I said double forge. Keep in mind, MAXPAX doesn't necessarily think exactly the same as me, but greed definitely is the answer. He's got to make sure he's got no gaps in probe production. Pumping Colossus and I guess Twilight? Twilight Forge will be going up. Yeah, probably not double Forge because you do need Twilight with this style. He has cut Phoenix production at 5 Phoenix for now. And Forge, Twilight, non-stop probes, range for the Colossus. Phoenix still dancing in and out, and Cyclone does push him back. For Byun, I wonder what is the play. He's continually building tanks. Like, for me, seeing Byun building 4 tanks is very weird. That being said, MAXPAX is so aggressive, he may overcommit into it, but I feel like if you keep building tanks, MAXPAX will just back off. And he will start doing more zealot backstabs once your tanks move forwards across the map. If they don't move forwards, we will find out how good MAXPAX late game is. Byun might be trying to Maru this game. He might be trying to just force late game. And siege tanks in TVP are all about just making sure you don't die. They outrange Colossus, so as long as you have enough bio to protect the tanks from like the zealots and stuff, tanks protect your bio from things like Colossus and Disruptors and Psystorm. Fourth Nexus already on the way as well. 6 more gateways. 4th Nexus just after going to 8 gateways. Colossus coming in. You got to be real careful. Stim's not done. Shields hasn't even started. The Phoenix pick up one of the tanks there. The tank does go down to the Immortal Focus Fire. He's only lost a Sentry and a Phoenix so far. Stalker and an Adept go down as well. If those Colossus can land some hits on the SCVs, that's pretty nice. MAXPAX is not looking to kill him. MAXPAX is just looking to disrupt him, knowing that he lacks the ability to stim forwards and overwhelm. MAXPAX is like, hey, I can greedily probe up my 4th. I'm just going to stay on 4 gas here, make upgrades, and try to, be very mobile on the map. Siege tank production does continue now. There's only 3 tanks on the map, so he hasn't been hitting it non-stop. I think the Ghost Academy did go down. We will see a few ghosts in the near future, but for now it's just get the upgrades, get the medevacs, get all that stuff. Byun is pushing, which is a very odd choice with how he's played. I guess he has 1-1 upgrades and he wants to push with combat shields and concussive. But a 3-tank push against 3 Colossus. I mean, if he gets a very good angle, maybe he can make something work. There's 14 Zealots on the map, though, a few of which are backstabbing. Zealots will hit his main base, though there are turrets. Could siege up the Prism and warp in from that side. Colossus Immortal Sentry in trouble. They take a big volley from the tanks. Sentry goes down. He's going to have to try and catch these tanks on the move. And Byun wisely picks up and just boosts home. That's the best choice. That is really good. So Byun fakes a push with the tanks, scares MAXPAX, and then he just backs out of it. Now MAXPAX commits a lot of Zealots here. Only gets 3 SCVs, so not actually a positive trade. Warps in a lot of Zealots in the main. And if it was paired up with something else, this would be a good move. But as it is, MAXPAX can only save 4 of these. He gets a few more SCVs. Not worth losing too many Zealots, though. There's a Viking here as well. He's going to try and fly out. Tries to recall a few of the Zealots. 2 Zealots get recalled out. The Prism does escape. Saving grace there for MAXPAX. He's got +2 attack, +1 armor on the way, whereas the armoring has only now started for Byun. Byun has not started the 4th command center, and I would imagine MAXPAX is looking for a 5th base. Indeed, he is. 77 probes versus 62 SCVs. MAXPAX is in the lead, but there's a few things to watch out for. His composition and tech is still very basic. We saw that Classic's answer to Terran is to go 5 Robo to get way more Immortals, Colossus, and Disruptors and not be relying on crappy Zealots, Archons, and Stalkers. MAXPAX is still playing the older style, which is, I'll take a 2nd Robo, but only after a 5th base. I will mostly be on Zealots and Stalkers and just building those Robo units one at a time. But it does mean that his army is a little bit more fragile. Oh, he's going to get sandwiched, though. Careful, MAXPAX. You do not want to be here. This is a bad position for MAXPAX. Disruptor shot does take out a few Marines, but he's going to lose that Disruptor. He should not be this far forward. He does land a few Colossus beams in the clumped up bio. The Archon shot's not too bad either. He's got to be really careful, though, because those Vikings can kite him down if he overextends. Zealots are ready for run-bys on the left side of the map. Still no 4th command center. Byun has not started 2-2. He has not started a 4th command center. There we go. He starts one. But he is miles behind in the long-term economy. Look at the income. 600 minerals a minute coming in, more for the Protoss right now. Zealot, Archon, Colossus coming in from the right. There is still no Prism with the main army. He's got to be careful about getting flanked. The army's coming around for a flank from the north. MAXPAX Zealot rally will spot it. He should probably be pulling away. He's doing a mass Zealot warping in the main. Double drop tries to get in there, but the Zealots, they're derping MAXPAX. Oh no, the Zealots all get stuck behind each other. That is unfortunate. A Colossus goes down. Looks like a Disruptor died. I'm not sure if he landed any good Disruptor shots. Byun's supply seems dangerously low. Zealots in the natural, cleaning it up. Zealots in the 4th, killing the 4th command center as well. Immortal does fall. The Colossus look like they might go down, but the Bio Army looks like it's mostly going to fall as well. Oh, the Zealots did so much damage, though. 23 SCVs. The 3rd base taking a huge amount of damage, as well as the natural. And this is a very bad situation for Byun. As long as MAXPAX can rebuild those Robo units, it should be quite easy to clean up from here. It's 2-1 upgrades versus 1-1. And he's got, what does he have? A Colossus, 9 Stalkers, 2 Disruptors, 5 Zealots right now. As long as he keeps doing Zealot run-bys, he'll be good. Byun is just going for a big counter roll in. MAXPAX is building an expansion. He needs to just be surviving right now. Double Robo and 10 Gate needs to do nothing but making army. He's on 91 probes versus 41 SCVs, but he's down in army supply, and with only 2 Robos, this is a very vulnerable stage of the game. I love the Zealots intercepting the rally. That is fantastic. Does lose 6 probes, which he shouldn't be too worried about. He's building Observers and Warp Prisms right now, which are the last thing that MAXPAX needs. He does throw out a Disruptor shot, clips the Marauder. Does clip 3 more Marauders in a tank with the next one. Disruptors doing the Lord's work. More Zealots hit the natural. The starport is about to be set on fire. But Byun's 3rd is actually where the problem's happening. So many SCVs. He has to shove on the front. But look at that. Big tank shot takes out some Disruptors. Stalker's blinking forward. Trying to take out the siege tanks is MAXPAX. And it looks like he has just enough Zealots to do it. The upgrade advantage really helping out in MAXPAX. A bit of a weird, crazy series. But he does end up cleaning up that final game 2-1. GG, well played.